Issue 1, we dealt you a 14-point humbling. 14 points. Largest Republican electoral defeat in a while. $20 million up in smoke.
I enjoyed having the conversation. I said people should vote. They did. The voters have spoken. We'll move on and we'll engage these, constitutional amendments as they come. I think it's the right policy, and I'm glad to have worked on it. No regrets. Yeah.
No regrets. Do you question your political instincts at that point?
No. I mean, we needed to have a conversation about it. We did. We got the bill through the House, and then we put it for voters to decide. They made their decision.
Because, it looks bad. I mean, with the fiscal conservatives, when they come out, we're fiscal conservatives saving money. They like $20 million on fire.
Your folks just gladly voted for a state budget with like $200 billion of spending, and suddenly
not my state rep.
They're going to pinch pennies. We're having a statewide discussion about
not my state rep, not my state senator.
We fund our boards of elections to hold elections. They've done so. This newfound fiscal responsibility from you and some of these Democrats is frankly kind of.
$20 million. That could have been. You're from southeastern Ohio, right? That could have done a lot for you. That could have been roads, food bank money.
You've got a member of the Democratic caucus today who's got a statement up in praise of Palestine, supporting the Palestinians.
See, but we're not talking about that.
And you're here saying, "Well, I need to go talk to Brian Stewart today about something that happened 5 months ago."
Yeah, because we got to talk about it.
Water for your folks. You don't want to go bust up people who are putting out statements in response.
I'll tell you what.
Terrorism.
Oh my God!
You're here to talk a statement supporting terrorism.
You're an Ohio, brother.
You want to talk about issue 1, which we've talked about.
You're an Ohio legislator from Pickaway County trying to turn this into an international relations debate.
We're gonna have a resolution on the floor.
That's fine.
We're gonna have a resolution on the floor.
That's fine. I'm sure you
don't
will.
think that's interesting that one member has a statement up in support of terrorism? You don't care about that.
I don't. Because what the hell am I going to do about Israel and Hamas?
Well, you probably support Palestine.
You know what
right?
I mean? Yeah, I do.
Support Palestinians. You think that Israel's to blame?
It's a 2 million. They've got 2 million people in an open air prison in a 25 mile.
That's not shocking. But, Yeah. Okay.
But is that not true?
That's not true. Absolutely not true. Yeah.
So it's not an open air prison.
The least surprising thing today is that Donald supports terrorism compared to Israel. So I'm happy.
Anyway, back to the topic at hand.
I'm good.
Well, I'm not. So $20 million.
Hey, I will talk to you here. I'm not going to do the walk along while you talk to me in the parking garage. Do you want to? I will. I'll answer one more question, and that's it.
So what do you think? So what do you think $20 million could have done for Pickaway County?
I think we fund in Ohio enough money to have elections. We had an election. That's what the money's for.
Yeah.
So
is there no infrastructure it could have gone to?
I've said this 16 times. I am totally in favor of having an election, and we did, to say how are we going to amend our Constitution? What's the process going to be? We had the debate. The vote was the vote. I respect the result, but this penny pinching over we shouldn't have spent money. We shouldn't have spent money to have an election. It's just absurd. You don't care about government spending in any other context, Donald. You don't care about it at all. You're cheerleading $70 billion here, $70 billion there, so long as it's being spent on what you like. And suddenly now you're going to pinch pennies over whether we have an election.
$20 million isn't pennies. You're the fiscal conservative, right?
I've answered the question. You want to talk about anything else?
How are you feeling about the abortion amendment in November?
Well, we'll see. I support a no on issue 1. And
I saw you. You were down there. You were down in Pickaway County talking to your Republican flock. You guys had that crazy English professor manifesto.
I know this is breaking news.
Yeah, you represent
Pickaway County. Pickaway County. That's where I get invited to speak.
But you've got that crazy the manifesto from the Ohio Roundtable.
Have you ever read a legal document?
Yeah, I have. Okay, I graduated cum laude from Twitter law.
When you go through a proposed statute, you're going to make notes and say what the actual words mean. I know you guys don't want to talk about what the words mean, but that's pretty legitimate.
Yeah, but it's the editing is inconsistent. When you're editing a document, you know what I mean? Different colors are supposed to mean different things, and it's just haphazard.
You're taking issue with the color coding on the.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna present a truly edited document, but who doesn't like opening a piece of mail and then immediately feeling like they failed a ninth grade English
Have you
essay.
read it, Donald? It's not that hard
Yeah,
to figure out.
well, but that's the other thing.
If you read it, it explains.
But
what
that's the other
take-
page. That's the other beauty of it too, because it's like truly patronizing. Because it's one page, mostly bulleted point information, and you guys say read the document yourself. But then you also assume that people are too dumb to interpret that one page of bulleted point information without like crazy, insane editing. It just looks
That's not
bonkers.
it
It looks bonkers. to
What
the
do you
average
think
person.
including but not limited to means?
I mean, it's going to be a return. It's a return to pro.
Yeah.
Before the overturn of Roe versus Wade,
Including, but not
it's return to
limited
those.
to
It's return to
what?
those laws.
What do you think is included in including but not limited to? Other
What do you
things,
think?
right?
Oh, yeah.
Sterilization. That's what they did in Michigan, and that's what they didn't want to put in writing, so instead they said including but not limited to. I know you don't like us to point that out, but that's just the fact.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, I'm kind of worried for your side, brother, because I mean,
You're not worried for
Yeah.
our side. You like abortion. I mean, that's.
I like safe medical procedures, and I think people should have control over their reproductive rights. And it's another thing, you guys are all small government this, small government this. I want, what's the famous quote? Government I can drown in the bathtub. Until we're talking about pregnant women, pregnant people, like.
One question before I go.
I guess we'll let you go. You think final prediction? I mean, is it going to pass or going to fail?
I know how I'm going to vote, and we'll see what the voters decide. I didn't make predictions.
Issue
last
2.
time. I'm not.
No. Did you think will the House do something? Will the legislature do something if issue 2 passes?
I think it's hard to say. I mean, I imagine there will be an effort by some people to make an adjustment somewhere. I mean, personally, I think. Look, you've heard me say this. I think you can at least give me this.
Yeah.
You've heard me say this for a year. That if an initiated statute gets passed, I don't believe the legislature, will or should just come in and overturn it in whole cloth. I think there could be adjustments here and there, but it's my belief and expectation, and why I think most Republicans are advocating a no vote is because if it passes, that's going to be the law.
I like this is our new truce now. We'll talk like this. I won't have to chase you through the parking lot.
Well, yeah.
Because I still will chase you through the parking lot if I have to. But this is a lot easier for me.
Are you going to talk to Rep. Abdullahi today about a resolution in support of Palestine?
Yeah. I mean, there's a differentiation between Hamas and
Make
Palestine.
sure you're an equal opportunity bust up.
I am.
right.
But I mean, it's in international relations a little bit above my pay grade. All right.